Welcome back to News Geelong as we move into the world of Geelong sport with Mitch Scoop Cleary. Another big weekend of sport in Geelong, Mitch.
Thanks, Rollo. First up tonight, I'm joined by Chief Branch and Chief Referee of the Victorian Kyrgyzstan Karate State Championships, Gary Vickers, to be held this weekend at the Geelong Arena. Now, Gary, it's a privilege to be held in Geelong, your hometown.
Yeah, Mike, it is. Thanks very much. Traditionally, it's been in Geelong for the last 5 years, but certainly not in this format and certainly not at this venue. The arena is one of the best venues for what we do in the world.
How many people can we expect to see participate, and supporters, family members and other people in the arena?
There's really two tournaments in one. In the morning we have the no contact, which is more a demonstration of technique, and it enables the juniors and lesser experienced people to get in and have a go. And that's all about demonstrating technique. I think the youngest one we've got is 4 and the oldest one is 60. So that's got about 155 competitors, and we'll be running 3 rings continuously from 9 until 12. And then in the afternoon we have the knockdown championships, which, as the name suggests, is knockdown or knockout is the only way you win. And that's for anyone that's over 18, although we do have a Colts division which is 16 to 18.
And this year's a stepping stone for the Japan World Championships held later in the year?
Yeah, the Japan Championships is in June, the end of June. It's every 4 years. And we've already selected a team of 8 males and 8 females. And most of those will be competing on the day. But more importantly, there are some that we haven't put in the team yet that want to stick their hand up and say, look at me, look at me. And this is what this tournament will be all about.
There's people travelling from far and wide to come to Geelong this weekend?
Yeah, there is. We've got people coming from as far away as Townsville and South Australia. We've got the five main Australian states represented, and also we have a contingent coming from New Zealand, including a 2-time world champion.
And just your position and what's involved and what your role will be on Sunday?
Oh, look, I'm organiser to start off with. I'm chief referee, and I'm just as the branch chief for the area, I'm the one that's responsible for organising the whole show. But it certainly wouldn't be possible without the support of all my people. And
a little bit of background information on the Kyrgyzstan fighting karate division?
Yeah, okay. The knockdown division is full contact. We don't wear any padding. There are certain rules, of course. You're not allowed to punch the face, kick to the groin or the knee, but basically anything else is fair game. And it's a test of strength and technique, and based on the philosophy, we believe that knockdown or knockout is the way you prove you're the best fighter. And if there is no score at the end of the day, we've got 4 experienced judges and an international referee that will decide who the winner was.
And there's sure to be plenty of talent on Sunday, especially from the younger kids in the morning?
Oh yes, look, it's fantastic to see the tradition from some of these kids. They start off, you know, in the no contact, and you can see that they've got promise, and eventually, if they keep training, they'll progress into the knockdown. But knockdown is not for everybody, but certainly for those who want to test themselves, it's a good avenue.
Yeah. Thanks, Gary, and go up for the weekend.
Thank you very much, and a pleasure to be here.
Thanks, Gary. As Geelong count down to its season opener tomorrow night against Fremantle at Patterson Stadium, Coach Chris Scott said he's looking forward to Oren Stevenson and Trent West taking on the tallest man in the competition, Aaron Sandilands. Yeah.
I mean, if Sandilands plays, then it's going to be a huge challenge for our guys. We've got a 29-year-old potential debutant, and Trent West has, played 15 or 16 games or whatever it is. So it's a huge challenge for even the best ruckman in the competition, but for 2 inexperienced guys, it is a big ask, but we think it's possible. Scott said Corey Enright would fly west, but again stated round 1 wasn't the finishing line. He's had a fantastic pre-season. He's proved himself to be a very resilient player for a long period of time. He really only had a minor setback for about 10 days, so we'll certainly pick him in our squad and take him over with us. Can't guarantee you he's going to play because we've got a few training sessions to get through, but one thing that I think would go for the opposition as well as us, round 1's not the finishing line. We don't have any desire to take players in that aren't capable of performing at their best. It's a long season. We've got to make sure that we manage our players appropriately. So the 22 we put out there on Saturday night will be absolutely fit and healthy and ready to do the job. With the title defence about to get underway,
Scott believed his role wasn't to motivate Geelong to win a 4th flag in 6 years.
Not really. No, I don't see my role as a motivator. I think that we've got self-starters within our group. If they're not motivated at this point, we'll look for some younger players that do have that drive to come in and get the job done. So certainly no tricks. There won't be any massive pre-game rev-up. We're really confident our players are ready to do the job. They know it gets harder every year. And if we falter a little bit, then we're going to get badly burnt. So hopefully all those things are motivation enough.
Thanks, Chris. Now we catch up with newly appointed Basketball Geelong Chief Executive Officer Andrew Scotford before he takes the reins on April 10.
Newly appointed CEO of Basketball Geelong. Andrew, it's good to have the gig after being appointed.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Good opportunity to come and watch both the teams play as well. So just get a chance to meet some of the people around Basketball Geelong, get an understanding of some of the history and culture here, and looking forward to starting on the 10th of April.
You've worked at the Western Australia Cricket Association as cricket manager. Are you enjoyed that role and looking forward ahead to the new appointment?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good opportunity just to understand what you do in sport. It's a different environment. I've been involved in umpire management. I've been involved in Volleyball Australia. So just another sport, gets a different perspectives. And I guess that's a good mix for me because not only it's about running a structure, but it's also about running a high-performance team. So hopefully I'll bring some of those skills to over here.
And you believe that experience is going to help in the long run to enforce changes here at Basketball Geelong?
Yeah, I'm not so sure we need to enforce changes, but it's about continuing to develop, continuing to make sure that the Geelong Supercats are, the second team here in Geelong. It's about giving everyone the opportunity to be as good as they can be. So just to continue to develop experiences, now it's about sharing with the existing staff, sharing with the team, and seeing what I can do to value add.
Your thoughts on tonight? 2 wins from 2 wins. You're a good luck charm in your first viewing of the Geelong Supercats?
Yeah, well, I was following it when I was over in Perth last week and tweeting on it as well. And I was a little bit nervous about coming over here. And imagine if we didn't have a win on my first visit here. So, no, 2 good gutsy wins against quality opposition. That's all you can ask for. Good start to the season. Another game at home next week.
And your first thoughts on the arena itself and the arena annex out the back with the courts where the domestic games are played?
Yeah, it's a really good facility. I mean, as you probably know yourself, the fact they had plenty of sellouts last year was a good sign, and it's obviously a bit of a slow build-up at the beginning of the season, but 2 wins hopefully will bring the crowds back again. I guess the challenge for us is if we get very successful, where do you fit them all in? So that's a challenge I look forward to taking on when I get over here.
Thanks, Andrew. That's all we have time for in sport tonight. But for now, it's back to you, Rollo, and go Cats.
Thank you, Mitch. And now for all the weather expected for Geelong and the Surf Coast over the next 6 days. Tomorrow, Saturday, will be partly cloudy with a chance of showers late afternoon and evening with a top of 28. Sunday will see isolated showers in the morning, then a mostly sunny afternoon with a top of 21. Starting off the new week of April, Monday will be sunny with a top of 23, followed on Tuesday with partly cloudy conditions and isolated showers developing later in the day with a top of 25. Wednesday will be partly cloudy with an expected top of 22, while Thursday will be mostly sunny and a top of 25. Today we saw patchy morning fog with a mostly sunny afternoon and a top of 27. Finally, for all our AFL followers, Geelong VFL captain Troy Selwood will be our resident AFL season celebrity tipster. And for the continued opening round matches, these are Troy Selwood's selections. He did pick Sydney last week. For this week, he's gone for Carlton, Hawthorn, the mighty Geelong Cats, North Melbourne, West Coast Eagles, St Kilda, Melbourne and Adelaide. Thanks very much, Troy. And thank you for joining us on News Geelong. To the Premier Geelong Cricket Club second 11, good luck in the grand final this weekend at the Geelong Cricket Ground. And remember to take your time and smell the flowers. From all the team at News Geelong, enjoy the rest of the evening, have a safe and pleasant weekend, and a very good night.